Hello, math friends. Today we're going to talk about how you graph rational numbers on the coordinate plane. So some things we've been talking a lot about this whole rational number unit, right? And how we graph them on the coordinate plane. So the coordinate plane we've talked about before. We talked about having ordered pairs x and y, where the x controls the right, which is positive, or the left, which would be if it was a negative number. So from my origin to the right is a positive, to the left is a negative. Up is going to be positive as my second coordinate, and then left is going to be negative as my second coordinate going down. Okay, so we've done graphing like this before, but now we're going to add this idea of rational numbers. So let's talk about some points. Let's talk about the point A. Let's let the point A be 2, 4, and talk about where I would go here. I'm going to start at my origin, and sometimes I've heard before that people say you have to walk left or right down the hallway before you can take the elevator up or down, and that helps them. So if I look, 2 is a positive number, which tells me walk to the right in the hallway, 2, and then go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to label that point A. Okay, and then I might have another coordinate. Let's look at the ordered pair, maybe -3, 1. So that's just with my negatives. I start from my origin. That tells me, ooh, go to the left, to the negative direction. 1, 2, 3, and then go up 1, and that gives me my B. All right, and then I might have one like this, where it's 2 and then -0.5, because remember that still fits rational numbers because it's a terminating decimal. So this tells me go to the right, 1, 2, but then just go down half. So that's going to be a little different. It's not going to be right on the intersection of two grid lines because it's only part of the way there, but I'm going to label it with C, which is okay as long as you have a decimal or a fractional piece. Let's look at point D. Point D, I might have -3, -2, and 1/3. So if I look here, I start at my origin, I go -3, so left 3, 1, 2, 3, and down 1, 2, and 1/3. So not even halfway to the 3, and I could label that with D. Now you'll notice I ended up with a point in each of the quadrants because this quadrant 1 would be my positive quadrant. And then +2, things that lie here, would be negative then positive. Quadrant 3, down here, we went left and down, so we went negative. And then over here, quadrant 4, we actually went positive first, and then we went down negative. So just recognizing that those are my 4 quadrants. That can help me because I could work this in the opposite way, where I'm given like this point right here. And I already know that this is going to the left, so it's going to be negative. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, -9. And I could talk about that then it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my ordered pair, -4, 9, that fits with my green point, which I could also label point E. So taking it in the opposite direction. That's, my friends, is how you graph rational numbers on the coordinate plane. Super awesome!